it's Mish here. I'm out on another metal detecting adventure today. I am back at the beach today. I have been itching to get out for a decent beach hunt, so I'm at a nice calm beach today. I'm hoping to wade a little bit in the water. I'm going to be going maybe knee deep, maybe up to hip deep, but also probably a little bit of wet and dry sand as well. But without any further ado, let's get the gear out, let's go hunting and see what we can find today. Alright, so I've just gotten out to the beach. The tide's still a bit higher than I'd like it to be, but there is something I'm noticing straight away, and that is that I'm seeing certain rocks and landmarks that typically I can't see. So the sand's definitely down on what it usually is. That's a really good sign, guys. So hopefully give it an hour or two. Once the water recedes a little bit more here, low tide's in about 2.5 hours, I should be able to get right out, way out off in the distance there, and hopefully find some treasures that have been here for quite a while. First target of the day. Pretty sharp and punchy 1819. Now I am near where some structures used to be, so there is a possibility this is just going to be some part of an old steel structure. Could be a sinker. Definitely could be a sinker, because there it is, right there. That's okay. It's a solid start to the day. Get it? Solid? Because it's solid. Anyway, that's terrible. Let's move on. Next up, got a 10, shallow. If in doubt, go right. I was probably a bit over enthusiastic with that size of that scoop. That's okay. I can definitely see a target in there. We have our first coin of the day. That will be a 5-cent piece. Sure is. Awesome. Let's move on. So before I dig this target, I want to share a little bit of a story with you. I've already lost that 5-cent piece that I gained. A little young fellow came up and asked me what I was doing. We tried to dig a few targets together, and all I was finding was wire, broken bits of keychain, that sort of thing. So I ended up pulling my 5 cents out of my packet and giving it to him. So we're starting again at 0, but that's okay. Punchy 22.23. Now more of a 21.22. Now I do have my sensitivity pretty much cranked up to maximum today. The beach is fairly clean, meaning that I can run it a little hotter than I usually would. I don't know that that's the same target, so yeah, it's not. That's a 20 in the hole. And over here, a very broken 14.15. It might still be in the sand. It might not be part of that pile. So I'll check that out a little bit later. At least it was worth the dig. Got ourselves $1. Oh well, that'll replace that 5 cents just nicely. Let's move on. Now before anyone says, hey Mish, what about that other target you saw when you were digging the hole out? That 14.15, it's just one of these guys. So I didn't turn you off for anything special, don't worry. I found my next potential target. Here's a 19 into 20. Makes it sound like I'm talking about a wine. 19 with a hint of 20. And why are they all under branches today? It's not making my job easy. Might have it. Yep. Just a sinker. I still haven't moved really far from the start, guys. That just ahead of me was where I got the sinker out. 21.22. It's a nice little spot to hover around. Yes, I make a lot of mess. Before anyone says it. Another $1 for the collection. Very nice. There's a straight 16 in this pile somewhere. Let's see if we can find it. There it is. I think I know what it's going to be. Do you know? 20-cent piece. A little bit hard to read because it's been there for some time. Excellent. More than halfway to a coffee. Could we be on to our third $1 for the day? Maybe. Maybe we'll get lucky and maybe it's $2. Maybe we'll get even luckier and it might be in the scoop for the first time. Sure is. There you go. $3 so far. Ooh. Might be on another Goldie. It's the most luck I've had on this beach in quite some time, if I'm honest. Hasn't really been paying out, but then we have had this little thing called a pandemic. And people haven't been able to get here, so there's that. The weather's finally warming up. The people are back. And so are their coins. Got our first $2 coin for the day. They're all a little bit corroded, so even though I'm saying recent drops, it might have actually been here a little while. The sand is down a little bit more than usual, so we'll take it. In here I had a really junky signal. It was kind of 13s, 1s, -3s, you name it. There might still be something in there, but I just noticed this shining out of the scoop when I took another heap. So let's find out what it is together, if we can. I don't think it's a pin. It looks like a token or a bit of jewellery, maybe a dog tag. What do we got here? Okay, that's a real estate agent's logo. So my guess is that this real estate agent has made trolley tokens, shopping cart tokens that you can use instead of a coin in a shopping trolley. Doesn't look like it's got any personal details, but yeah, that looks to be a shopping cart token because it's the same dimensions as a $2 coin. That's not something you see every day. Alright, let's pop it away and move on. This here was a 15-16 and I've been digging nothing but beaver tail pull tabs at that range, so hadn't turned you on, but we finally got one of the better targets. Another 20-cent piece for the collection. I have found old coins in this area, so fingers tightly crossed, but that said, the tide is going down a bit more now. I'm probably going to start making my way to the wet sand real soon. Alright guys, I've made my way into the water. It is really flipping cold in here today, so it might be a short-lived adventure. I'm just going to look for any particularly low compacted spots. This is actually a really soft sand where I'm standing at the moment, so I'll keep wandering, see if I can find some ideal spots. Maybe go to the most populated sections and take it from there. I'll turn you on when I find something. Ooh! Hold that thought, because I've found something. 15-16, so at this point, and given that I'm in soft sand, I'm thinking maybe a pull tab on the old ones. We'll have a look. Yeah, sure enough. That's okay. It'll be the first of many, I'm sure, but let's find a spot that's got better odds than this soft stuff. Moving on. Finally got a good sounding one. Oh, okay, it was good sounding, but we'll see. Mostly 2021 with a dash of crazy. So hopefully just a slightly corroded gold coin. Looks like it's in the scoop already, so that's a good sign. Yeah, that's what it was. Beautiful. Oh, and a bonus worm. Let's put him back. $2 it is. Excellent. First decent target in the water, so we'll keep going around. See if we can find some more. We're pretty shallow, as you may have noticed. I'm only just above my dive boot. So maybe the deeper sand's just a bit too soft at the moment. We've still got grey sand here, so that's a good sign. Let's keep moving. As you can see, guys, I'm out of the water now. Unfortunately, other than that $2 coin, there was really not a whole lot going on in there. The sand was a bit too soft, I reckon. Targets would have been out of reach of the detector. But that's okay. I'm back up onto the sand. It has eroded a bit more than usual in this particular spot where I'm standing. So fingers crossed. And I've got a 13-14 here. So could be junk. Could be awesome. As you can see, we've got that grey sand here. So it hasn't moved around a whole lot. Still a 13-14. Oop, there we go. I thought it was going to be an old coin. It's not. That is a button. But it actually does look like an old button. Huh. Alright, that's cool. I thought I might have been onto a threepence. But that's okay. Maybe the next target will be one. Alright, let's not hesitate. Let's keep going. Now we're finding our rhythm again. 21. Probably another goldie. Oh, there it is. Couldn't have done that if I tried. Boom. Should have stayed up on the sand the whole time. $1. Awesome. $22.23. I reckon I can see it, maybe. Maybe not. Yep. Ah, it's not a $2 though. It's a 1 cent piece. First one of those today. Out of this hole, straight 16. Another 20 cent piece for the collection. I'm doing alright on the coins today, guys. Better than I have in a long time on the beaches, if I'm honest. Which is really nice. It's actually good to have a bit of life back in them. The downside is that I'm probably not going to find as many of my old coins now. You know, being summer, the sand does tend to pile up a bit because we're not getting as crazy a weather events as winter. So that's okay. You sort of give and take with each season. So I just found 2 large thinkers behind this. Now we've got a punchy 23-24. Possibly under these old grass roots. $22.23. Oh, what could it be? Ooh. Ah. Dang it, I thought I was on my first pre-decimal of the day. I'm not. That, my friends, is another 1 cent piece. That's okay. We're still 1 cent richer than we were a moment ago. Between an 8 and an 11. Same dealio. jumpy 10 out of the hole. Where are you? Oh. Okay, there's something else there. But the target I was looking for was a 5-cent piece. Very nice. Now let's see what I stumbled on. 16, 17. Blue beaver tail. 15, 16. Hey! Hopefully it's not rubbish. So was quite the fight. Up. Is that it? Alright, it was worth it. 50 cents. Excellent. Another one that's been here a while. 21, 22. But you've heard me say that a few times already, which is not a bad thing, means we're having a good run. This is generally a pretty good number combination in Australia. That said, probably not what we're all thinking. So I'm pretty sure I just caught a glimpse of copper. Ah, no. Is it? Yes, it is. It is my fourth 1 cent for the day. Oh, man. If only these were all $2. I'd be doing pretty good. But that's okay. All coins are special. In this hole, rang up a 2 to 4, so I thought it was going to be a bit of foil. I was wrong. Instead, I got screwed. That is enormous for being down at the beach. I have no idea what that would have been used for, unless it was maybe part of a walkway that enters the beach. No idea, but that wouldn't have felt very nice to walk on. It's very, very sharp on the end. Let's get rid of that one. This was a 15-16. Now I can see what it is. That is the blade of someone's knife. Probably a really basic dive knife by the look. I'd say the handle's well worn away. Looks like it's been there a good minute. At least it's no longer going to be on the beach, right? Let's bag that one up. And get on out of here. I think we are nearly done. Well, this is the most exciting tone I've heard all day. 29.30. Nice and clear too. Ooh, what could it be? It's a little more jumpy now that I've taken a scoop, but never say never. Ugh. Yep, that's whatever it is. Doesn't sound good at all now. Oh, but it could be. It could be. Here's me doubting it. We do finally have a pre-decimal coin for the day. Now that is going to be a penny, but it looks like it's a kangaroo penny. It's somewhere between the late 1930s and mid 1960s. Very nice. That wasn't too deep either. When you have a look at that, that was about 4 or 5 inch deep. And again, this is my spot that I've definitely pulled quite a lot of old coins out of, so that is good. I did say I was nearly done, and as you know, as soon as I find an old coin, the plan goes out the window. So who knows how long we're going to be now. Alright, on to the next. Well guys, I'm back home. I've had a nice big mug of tea. I'm feeling relaxed, I'm feeling refreshed, and I'm feeling ready to go through these finds that I found today. So let's have a look at what I found. Alright, so starting with the trash. Not a great deal today actually. In fact, probably less than half of my trash bag full of rubbish today. Mostly things like sinkers, beaver tail ring pulls, that sort of thing. Moving on to my better finds here. So I didn't do too bad money-wise today. I've got, let's see, $2, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8 plus a little bit of change. That's not bad at all, really. Couple of coffees, maybe a coffee and a cake, who knows. I've got 4 1-cent pieces which I can't use anymore, but nonetheless they're pretty cool to give out to kids. Just a random button of some sort. My random trolley token, I don't know that I've ever dug one of these before, so that was something a little bit different. And last but not least, find of the day is my kangaroo penny, which I've identified as being a 1955. Well, that's it from me today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this hunt today. Please don't forget to drop me a like if you enjoyed it. Also drop me a comment and say hello. You know I love getting back to you. As always, I will catch you on my next hunt. Cheers.